Hey, good morning, YouTube. Today's Friday, April 19th. We're going to continue on our seller series today. So last time we talked about the seller's disclosures and how important it is to disclose everything you know about your house. Also about lead-based paint. So when I bring those disclosures over, we are going, before you fill them out, you and I are going to take a tour of your house. You're going to tell me all the wonderful things about it, everything you love about it, things you wish you would have changed, and what you feel makes your house stand out from the rest. And I'm going to be looking for little things that maybe need to be completed. One of the biggest things I'm going to look for is chipping paint. So we talked about lead-based paint in our last video. And I talked about, if it's chipping, it can be a health hazard to young children. So if we find any chipping paint, whether your house was built before 1978 or after, I'm going to ask you to have somebody come in, chip that paint off, and paint it. Chipping paint can be an issue when we get down the road in the transaction with an appraiser, so we want to make sure we take care of that pretty quickly. I'll also be looking for, when was the last time your HVAC was serviced? I always recommend have somebody come in and service your furnace and air conditioning. They'll put a sticker on it that says, we serviced it on this date. You could put that on your disclosure, and that's a really good thing. I also recommend having a roofer come over and inspect your roof. We can't see our roofs, right? We are not tall enough to go up there and see them. And I don't know about you, but I'm not getting a ladder to walk my roof. So if you have an inspector come over, they're going to look for things like lifted shingles. Are there any bare spots? It's a really good thing because then you could disclose that roofing company A was here on this date. They found no issues. Now, roofing companies do charge anywhere between $200 to $500 for that inspection. I highly recommend it. I think it's a great thing. I also recommend a good cleaning. Having a cleaning company come over and just do a once-over cleaning of your house. I'm not saying your house is dirty, just saying let's get a good deep clean in there. And we're also going to walk around and I'm going to look at, the inside and out. So when you look at something, I can look at a house and say, wow, it's beautiful. I take a picture and then I look at that picture and I think, that's beautiful, but this really needs to be moved. Maybe it's a piece of furniture in a room. You take a picture of a room and you see that, hey, you know what? There's something wrong here. So we gotta stage it properly. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna talk about what needs to be done to stage your house. I want to make sure that your house is in the absolute best light and shows absolutely perfect. Because remember, our next step is bringing that photographer over. And when he or she takes those photos, we want to make sure that your house is beautiful. That is first impression of your house that anybody gets online. So we want to make sure that your house looks perfect from the outside and on the inside. So next we're going to talk about what showings look like and how we handle those. And we'll talk through the rest of the transaction in detail. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.